put it now. Okay, do you see the whiteboard, right? Okay, super. David always help me. David, you have extra point for this job. Okay, we continue working with the surface. Entonces, I try to explain several examples until little by little you will be able to identify what surface we are talking about. There are several we are named ellipsoid, paraboloid, hyperboloid. Entonces, hyperboloid we have two, one sheet, two sheet, and so on. Wow, come on, something. Okay, entonces let's continue. So I give you, for example, in the test, the surface expressed in general form. So you need to manipulate a little bit to express it in standard. Remember, standard is very, very similar to the conic section, no? You organize X in alphabet order X, Y, Z. You condensing the linear term because the linear term is considered like a translation, so the transformation, horizontal or vertical, and right hand side one. This is the standard, right? So now the organization is easy. Look, you grouping the X part. So X squared minus 6X plus one number, kindly introduce artificially to complete the square, plus now I finish the X part. Now the Y part is this and this, this and this, and now you factor out 4 parenthesis Y squared minus 4Y plus another number that completed the square. Now the Z part, and the Z part, well, okay, C have no linear, that means que C have no translation. Okay, super, I like that. Minus 4C squared, not necessarily complete square, equal. And the right hand side, I move -5, and actually we have two boxes. To find the number in the first box, you take this number, I repeat this several times. 6, I don't care the sign is not important. You divide by 2 and square. 6 divided by 2 is 3, 3 squared 9. This is the number, 9 here. Likewise, 4 divided by 2 is squared. 4 divided by 2 is 2, square 4. It's a coincidence, 4, 4. Now, in the right-hand side, you put the corresponding number in order to keep the equilibrium of the equation, no? Because we have equal sign here in the middle. A number is 9, okay, because I put artificially 9, but no 4. It's 4 times 4, que es 16. Be careful with the common factor, que you factor out outside, no? Out. It's obvious que es outside. Now, factorization. The factorization of this trinomial is perfect square is x minus 3 squared plus 4 times y minus, the important sign is this, 2 squared, because square root 4 is 2, no? Plus minus 4c squared equals something, equal in this case 25 minus 5, 20. Okay, almost I finish. Now you divide by 20 everything. Divided by 20, divided by 20, divided by 20, because I need right hand side 1, no? It's the standard. So basically we have x minus 3 squared divided by 20 plus y minus 2 squared divided by 5. We come from 5, 20 divided by 4, no? Minus, similar, c squared, no translation, over 5. Equal 1, wow. Equal 1, I put equal here, and 1 here. And your identification, wow. This is the quadric surface que contain any variable. So x, y, and z is present, and everything is a square. We translation, but it's okay. But the sign is only one is negative. Oh, entonces identify, this is hyperboloid of the one sheet. By the way, the center of this hyperboloid is located at the point 3,2, 3,2, so 3.3.2, and this we have no translation, so it's 0. And so you want to determine the axis, something that we see in detail after, no? A is square root 20, and B and C is the same. A is square root 5. Okay, it's a horrible, irrational number, but it's not important. And the most important, the hyperboloid, you know, have only one piece, not two pieces. That is the reason there's one chip. And this is alone. Alone, the axis is different, because you see x is positive, y is positive, z is negative. So it's alone z-axis. Okay. Now, if you want approximately, well, this is the rectangular coordinate system in 3 dimensions. You know that the center is 3,2 something, 3,2, 0, approximately here, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2 here is the center. And this center is the axis. And the hyperbola, you know, can look like that. Fakata, and fakata. This is surface. Pero no. I sent to you the link to open GeoGebra, and you can see clear and detail. Okay. Entonces, in this moment, the most important for me is that you manipulate the equation and you identify hyperbola 1g and the most important parameter after we study more clear parameter. Okay? Any question, guys? Do you understand or no? Confusing? Very, very confusing, eh? Or no?
No questions.
No question. Okay, don't hesitate. I understand. And don't hesitate. If you have minimum question, you let me know, right? Okay, entonces, I don't know, you let me know something, guys. You copy in the same moment that I copy in the whiteboard, you copy in your notebook, or you never copy in your notebook? What is your strategy? A copy or only watching, try to understand? Because some students say, I copy, okay. Dice Teo. Some students say, no, see, I don't copy, I don't understand. Okay. Well, I said, okay. The learning process complicated. Me too. Diego Lobo, he said, I copy, okay. Okay, do I can erase? Oh, no. Good. Me too. Who is me too? Diego. Okay. Let's move on to another example. This is example 4. We are doing 2 the last class. 1 example. Well, it doesn't matter the number. X squared plus c squared minus 4y plus 4 equals 0. Okay, identification, what is that? Well, this is quadric section, quadric surface. In this case, no missing any variable, x, y, and z. However, y is linear, and the other is quadratic. That means that this is paraboloid. Paraboloid. Paraboloid is a surface que es parábola, and in the other section, the other cross section, maybe it's elliptical, or I don't know. Entonces, and you need to complete the square. No, I don't think so. You copy only, look, x squared, no, we have no x. Okay, no problema. We have no c linear. Entonces, I move, for example, the other guys to the other side. I can see this is 4y minus 4, no? And why not? Factor out 4 Entonces 4y minus 1. Wow. And this is clear, no? Okay. I promise that in a few seconds I want to explain one technique, fantastic, to analyze this. But okay, intuition now is important. You see, for example, si you omit the C, si you ignore the C, this is parabola. This is parabola in the plane y, xy. Si you omit, for example, you omit the x part, is another parabola. Parabola, right? Entonces now, the vertex, que es the important thing, the vertex of this paraboloid, que by the way is elliptical. It's elliptical because you suppose que y is a number. We have x squared plus c squared equals something, and this is circular. Paraboloid is circular. Or elliptical in general. Elliptical, paraboloid, whatever. Circular. In this case, circular because by coincidence, the coefficient here is 1, 1. It's 2, 2, 3, 3. It's a circle. But important information is the vertex. The vertex is located at the point 0, 1, 0. And this paraboloid is along, always is along. The variable gets different. And you see x squared, c squared, and the only difference is linear y, it's along the y-axis. So one, intuition, quickly, interpretation of this is x, y, and z. I promise that we discuss it in detail, but now intuition, to have roughly idea how it look like. Is the famous point is 0,1,1 is here. Boom. Our paraboloid, I suppose que es along, entonces es open, maybe in that direction. Okay? This, entonces, si I make, for example, a plane, I make a plane here, que a plane is y equal, I don't know, any number. Of course, greater than 1, because 1 minus 1 is 0. Huh? Y equal 2, y equal 2 is a plane. No? It's a plane que y is constant, independent the x and the c. No? It's a, plane is in general ax plus by plus cz equal d. No? It's a super, very well known formula for the plane. However, si b is 0 and a is 0, si c is 0, and stay aligned b is no 0, it's obvious que it's a plane. And you set out the number properly, suppose b is 1 and d is 2. Okay, it's a plane. And the intersection between our famous paraboloid circular, and the plane is this circle. Look, it's this circle. Okay, I suppose que the radius I don't care, but it's not important. Not important now. Intuition. Do you understand the shape? O sea, parabola. Look, paraboloid is parabola here. O sea, in this plane is parabola, and this plane is also parabola. Two parabola and one circle. It's the, this is called traces. It's another technique I want to explain, but no. When I finish the intuition problem. The trace is to understand a little bit the surface. You are doing traces. It's a plane que intersecting. And give me, one conic section. One conic section, exactly as we studied in pre-calculus. We using in calculus 2, no? This is no surface. It's a curve in 2D, right? So we are doing trace is a plane, artificial plane I create to understand a little bit the three-dimensional figure. Let's do a couple more of the example. Interesting. Okay. One more. This was easy, but this is not. Suppose this example, x squared divided by nothing, no divide, plus y squared divided by 4 minus c squared divided by 3 plus 6x plus 9 equals 0. Wow, it's given this. When you see, when the right hand side is 0, right hand side is 0, you organize in alphabetic order, and you consider the quadratic and linear and the constant in the right hand side. This is general form. But the general form is no good to understand the surface. Entonces, we need to express it in standard. Entonces, to express it in standard, you apply your best way in algebra to grouping the x, grouping the y, grouping the z, complete the square, something, right. In this case, a fraction. I don't like the fraction. No. Entonces, I propose you multiply by 12 times 12 the entire equation. When you multiply by 12 this entire equation, we have 12x squared plus 3y squared minus 4c squared plus 72x plus 108. Okay, the only thing I did was clear fractions. Multiply by least common denominator, get 12. Okay, now this is a crucial moment. You grouping 12x squared. So you copy 12x squared plus 6x. Okay, where come from this 6? Well, this 6 is 72 divided by 12. Okay, plus box. Plus 3y squared. Well, 3y squared not necessarily completely square because we have no y. Minus 4c, not completely square. No. In the right hand side, I put negative 108, que is this guy when I bring to the other side, and plus something. Okay, I have no idea. Okay, one more time, I take this number 6 divided by 2 and square. It's obvious que es 9, no? 6 divided by 2 is 3, square is 9. Es 9. Good. And 9 times 12 is 108, no? It's 108, right? Yeah, it's 108. It's 108. Let me check it with the calculator. It is 9 times 12. Yeah, it's 108. Is it coincidence? No. I create this example to get this answer, right? So my is 12x plus 3 square plus 3y square minus 4z square equal, wow, s equals 0 because 108 negative 108 positive cancel out. Okay, leave it like that. Well, you can. In this case, impossible. Guarantee 1 here. Okay, one fantastic way, if you, for example, divide by 12, it's not important. Divided by 12, divided by 12, divided by 12, divided by 12, and divided by 12, of course, everything. Okay, so we have x plus 3 squared plus y squared over 4, okay, it's 12 divided by 3, and 12 divided by 4 is 3. C squared divided by 3, and unfortunately, I cannot guarantee 1, I guarantee 0, okay? But you identify what surface it is. Do you remember or you don't remember? Or a reflection memory? When the right hand side is 0, no 1, what kind? Somebody remember? This is a challenge. Okay, the student remember. specifically this part. This is important. In the chapter 2, in the chapter 3, we frequently are working with this surface. And I suppose in this moment, when you see the surface, you recognize. Immediately you see first name and last name. Bueno, when the right hand side is 0 and x, y, and z is present, and square also, ese con, in this case, elliptical. The reason que es elliptical is because this cone is not circular, es a cone. Actually, es doble cone, no? Es doble cone. But this part is ellipse, no circle, no circle. It's relatively easy to put this, but this is not my problem now. And the center of this cone is located at the point -3, 0,0. And this cone that I put here, but I don't explain, is along the different axis, que es the negative, to say along the z-axis. Okay? When you will try to do your best in order to express the surface in standard, but we cannot put the 1 in the right hand side, you get 0 as a cone. And your identification, wow, x, y, and z are present in my formula, is squared, everything. Of course, no linear because I complete the square. And this is cone. Pero cone along, double cone, no? Cone along the axis is different. Always is along the axis is different. Okay, entonces es negative que es C. Entonces my cone is along the z-axis. Super clear? One more example. And when you finish this example, entonces you are ready to understand in detail the surface. This is only identification, and that's it. Any question, guys? No? No problem. One more example, the last one. I promise it's the last one of the identification. Suppose this x squared minus y squared plus c squared minus 12x plus 2y plus 37 equal to 0. Okay. General form. I need to grouping the x, the y, and the c have no linear. Okay, that means we have no translation. So now you copy x squared minus 12x plus the magic number that completes the square. Minus parentheses y squared, because I respect this sign. Entonces minus 2y, actually in the original we have plus, but I put together with this negative, entonces negative, double negative become positive, plus another box. Okay, and c squared not necessarily complete square, because we have no linear term. Okay, entonces es equal negative 37 plus 2 boxes. The number in the first box is obvious que is 12 divided by 2 and a square. 12 divided by 2 is 6, and square 36. 36, 36. 36, 36. And the number in the second is 1, because it's 2. Remember, I don't care the sign. Divided by 2 and a square. And 1. So actually, see, you put 1 inside the parenthesis positive, but we have negative here outside, and negative 1. And negative 1. Here. Good. I like that. Now ready. Factorization. The factorization of that part is x minus 6 squared. Minus the factorization of that part is y minus 1 squared. Plus c squared equal, let me see. This is negative 37 and positive 36 is negative 1. I'm negative 1 because negative 2, right? But I need positive 1 in the right-hand side. It's not already in standard, no? And you divide by negative 2 everything because I need positive 1 in the right-hand side. Okay, so we have negative. So negative, I put a negative in the front to understand much better. 6 squared divided by 2. Plus, because double negative becomes positive. Y minus 1 squared divided by 2 minus c squared divided by 2 equal positive 1. Ah, ready. Beautiful standard. So now this is a crucial moment of the identification. I see, clear. We have x, y, and z. No cylinder. It's surface. It's completely a square. It's x is a square, y is a square. What's the translation? Of course, but it's a square. And z is a square. Entonces, this is, but another clue of the identification is the signs. We have 2 negative and 1 positive. Entonces, hyperboloid 2 sheet. Hyperboloid of 2 sheet. And by the way, the center of this hyperboloid is located at the point 6,1, 0. It's logical, right? Look, 6, 1, opposite sign, the point and the equation always happen, and 0, no translation in C. And this is along the axis is completely different. And the only axis, the only variable que is different is y, because it's 2 negative. 2 negative indicate 2 sheet. And the difference is positive is along the y-axis. End of story. Okay? Okay? Beautiful. Super clear, super confusing. Okay, so I propose to you now.
Professor.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I got it. But why do you put at the end always y-axis?
Because I need to know in the formula of the hyperboloid 2 sheet, one sign is different. So in my mind, I have x squared over a squared minus y squared over b squared plus c squared over c squared equal 1. Entonces, when you have that situation, a hyperboloid 2 sheet along the y-axis because the y-axis is negative. Pero suppose que I change something. I change something. Well, no, sorry. I make a mistake. This is 2 negative. And when you see 2 negative, suppose this negative and this negative, a hyperboloid 2 sheet, pero along x-axis is different. This is a mnemonic divide to remember, no? This idea is clear or no?
Yeah, thank you.
It's a mnemonic divide to remember, right? Now let's see clear now in the analysis in detail. Analysis in detail now of the surface because it's important. It's important. I suppose that next week you create your own mnemonic divide to identification the surface. Suppose this example. This is the good example and we discuss in detail. Example 1 is 9x squared plus 4y squared plus c squared equal 36. Okay, and what is the question, Professor? Well, the question is do the graph in 3D. I'll try to understand, classify, identify, do everything. Okay, I want to explain now. This equation is already expressed in standard. Yes or no? Hey, for today the answer. No, no, no. What should I do? What should I do? What should I do? Divide by 36. Divided by, no, no, no. Lola Mendoza, I said, no, no. No, no. Divided by 36, right? So in this case, no complete square because we have no linear term. Okay, thank you. I appreciate this. Much better. And you divide by 36. So you have x squared over 4. 36 divided by 9 plus y squared over 9. 36 divided by 4. And 36 divided by nothing is 36. Is equal 1. Now, standard. Super, 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 super. So I propose you do two things. Step 1 and step 2. Step 1 is about the intercept. So you find a famous important point, intersecting. Intersecting about the x, about the y, about the z-axis. And we are using exactly the same technique we are using in precalculus in algebra. For example, si you declare que y is 0 and z is 0, and plug it in our equation is reduced on this idea. 4. And this look like easy quadratic equation. X squared is equal 4, cross multiply, apply square root both sides. It's obvious that x is equal plus and minus 2. Therefore, you have to intersect. Intersect in the x-axis. This is the intersect in the x-axis. Sorry, I forgot to explain this idea. Column. So the point are 2, 0, 0, and minus 2, 0, 0. Super clear, right? Elementary. Likewise, we are doing in the, for example, y-axis. So the other variable is 0, x is 0, and c is 0 again. Okay, just stay alive, only y squared over 9 equal 1. I solve the quadratic equation, exactly the same. It's obvious that y is equal plus or minus 3. And we have two more points, is 0, 3, 0, and 0, negative 3, 0. Everyone follow me or no? Super easy. And finally, z-axis is, well, x0 and y0. And the equation is c squared over 36 equal 1. You solve the quadratic equation, similar idea, c is equal plus or minus 6. And the point are 0, 0, 6 and 0, 0, negative 6. I promise in few seconds we see the graph and you detecting this point. Okay, super, cool. Now step 2, to visualize the graph by hand. Exactly what I am doing when I was a student. When I was a student, we have no internet. We have no algebra. No, this is very, very recently. This is the 10 years ago. We have the traces. Let me explain the traces. Traces. Okay, anticipate something. Trace is a plane. It's a plane. For example, I want to create a plane or a plane in XY plane. XY plane. Plane. Hello, plane. I think about Z plane. And you are doing that plane, doing C0. C0. Because we come back to our equation. Si I declare que C is 0, my equation is x squared over 4 plus y squared over 9 equal 1. Nice. And this you identify super fast. This is ellipse. This is ellipse. And 2D, no? Because we are in the plane, xy. The classical plane que we study every day en precálculo o con la álgebra, x and y. Entonces, U identification, que A es 3, voy a confront this 3, es square root 9, and B is 2. Entonces, our elixir, the major axis, lie on the y-axis. O sea, es, and by the way, the center es 0,0, ¿no? Ajá, entonces, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2. Uy, 1, 2. Our elixir look like that. And this is the trace. When you intersecting our 3D surface using the plane C equals 0, the cross section you can see, this is, look, this is the 3D axis. This is important, guys, super important. Super important. Normally, when you are doing complicated situation, we are doing the graph in 3D and we are doing the graph in 2D. Okay, so, y is 3 and y is 2. Okay. I need to recall the conic section that you see in precalculus. Sorry, this is no calculus 3 and calculus 1 or calculus, but okay, I want to recall. Okay, do you understand to see this equation que es elixir? Yes or no? You identify or no? No? Honestly, come on. No, I don't see. You see or you don't see? Okay, I understand how you get the value. Okay, because A square is 9 and B square is 4. And how you know that A is associated with the A square on the X? No. Good question. I understand your question now. A is the semi-major axis. So you take no arbitrary crazy. No, you take A like a big number. What is the big number in between 9 and 4? It's 9. Entonces, square root 9 is 3. O sea, that indicates us that our elixir is like that and not like that because the major axis is parallel or coincident in that case with the y-axis. Clear? Clear? Clear. Good. Let's continue with the traces. Okay, so this is one, lateral view. In 3D, well, I have no idea. In 3D, we have that elixir is here. Okay, that distance is 3, that distance is 2. By the way, this number is -3 and +3 is perfectly coincident with this and this idea. No, sorry. A ver. No, I make a mistake. This is 2. Hello. Okay, and the x-axis is 2. Okay, forgive me. This is 2, -2, and 2. Okay, it's this point and this point. And the y-axis is 3, so it's bigger. It's bigger. So the whiteboard automatically try to fix it. But no, I don't. Okay, do you understand, no? And after you see in your algebra, super fantastic way. Okay, let's continue. Don't waste more time. This is too easy. So now we have another trace. Okay, for example, another trace is y0. I declare y0. What means y0? The xz plane. Is y0. Entonces my equation look like that. X squared over 4 plus c squared over 36 equal 1. Okay, entonces, who is A, who is B? Elixir also, no? Who is A? Who is B? And how do you like the lateral view in 2 dimensions in which you consider that this is X and this is C? Right? A is 6, very well, and B is 2. Okay, entonces my elixir is, so the major axis is coincident with the z-axis. Entonces my elixir look like that. That value is 6. That value is negative 6. That value is positive 2. And that value is negative 2. Okay, this is the lateral view in 2 dimensions. In 2 dimensions in which the y-axis you don't see. The y-axis is out the plane of the whiteboard here. Is the y-axis, right? Okay, now finally x equals 0. X equals 0 is the yz plane. Entonces, in this case, with the equation is y squared over 4 over 9, sorry, plus c squared over 36 equal 1. Wow, we have another ellipse, and this is expecting because our surface ellipsoid, no? Ellipsoid is a surface que when you see in the any view is ellipse, 3 ellipses. And who is A and who is B in that case? And this is, let me take advantage, waiting for you, can you answer the question? A is 6 and B is 3. Super. Theo. Now, my recommendation in the 2-dimension view is you assume always, okay, for example, so you have in the XY view, you put X in the horizontal and Y in the vertical. So you have in the other view, somehow it's connecting by Z, involves Z. Now you copy X or Y here and see. You can do it either way, but no, I like this way. I suppose it's more, you know, understandable. So this is 6 again, but this is a little bit more wider. This is 6, negative 6, this is 3, and this is negative 3. Do you see or no? Do you understand or no? Okay, why is B3? Because this is A squared and this is B squared. That's my answer. Do you understand? This is 9. See, B squared is 9. Oh, I see. Okay. Okay. Now, you know, you need to understand very, very well everything. I create for you one script in your algebra in which you see everything in detail. Everything in detail. Let me try to find. Come on, open. Okay, there you go. Okay. Ooh, open. Ellipsoid. Script. Boom. Okay. Now let me share the screen with this GeoGebra script. Switching to GeoGebra. Trace ellipsoid switching. Do you see that? Do you see that? Yeah. So we have the axis red is Y, is X, sorry, X red, Y green, Z blue. And you see the famous point. Let me delete the ellipsoid. Look, the 6 point we found is that point, no? Okay, it's 3 in the Y, 2 in the X, and 6 in the Z. This is the intersecting we computed before. Let me restore the ellipsoid, que look like a football, pero es obvio these ellipsoids along the z-axis because the major axis is C because it's 36, right? And the coefficient C in the below in the denominator. No? Now let's see the tracing. It's the most complicated part. Suppose the plane C equals 0. Oh, this plane is a plane que is coincident. Look at this plane. The plane can put a group. Here is C equal. And now when you are doing the intersection between the ellipsoid surface 3D and the plane, you see a curve. And this curve, let me try to see clear. This is a curve. Okay, so you put here, for example, I put like in two-dimension view, no? In two-dimension view, the X, remember, is the red color. And remember, it's approximately I did in the board, but I did no good. I do understand much better. Look, A is 3 and B is 2. Cool? Cool? Okay. Eso. Now, let's see, by curiosity, I restore again my ellipsoid. The plane X equals something. Boom. I put a different color. And the intersection between the ellipsoid and this plane is this curve. And this curve, to see much better, I delete the ellipsoid. Yeah, I see it's another ellipse, right? But the major axis or the semi-major axis is 6. And the other axis is 3, no? It's 3. Now let me see. 1, 2, 3, yeah. 1, 2, 3, it's 3. It's 3. Likewise, see, I do another plane, but let me make a zoom here, like that. It's the plane y equal constant, well, y equals 0 actually, in yellow color. The intersection between the ellipsoid and that plane is that curve. Okay, again, is another ellipse. This ellipse has major axis 6, and the z-axis is always 6 and 2, and the x-axis, x equal to. It's exactly coincident with the intersect that we compared before. Do you see clear? Do you see clear or no? Or you are in big trouble? Do you see? Do you see clear? Ellipsoid. Perfectly. Okay. Let's move on to another surface. And you help me to identify and try to analyze using intersecting and traces, right? Okay, let me close this. Close. Save. Close. Okay, good. Let me come back to the whiteboard. Okay. Share that view, that window. Microsoft whiteboard. There you go. This is our whiteboard. Okay, suppose you see now. Yes or no? You see or no? Okay. Example 2. Example 2 is, suppose this. X squared plus 4y squared minus 4. Oh, wait. Okay. Let me try another way. It's similar, but I copied it like different. C is equal x squared plus 4y squared minus 4. Okay. Number 1, no, don't rush, go directly to the standard form. No. You see, identification. What is the surface that represents this? Es ellipsoid, hyperboloid, es a cone, es a paraboloid, es a hyperbolic parabolic. Identification. How you identify gauge? Number one, X, Y, and Z is present in the equation. So no cylinder, no cylinder, no cylinder, no. However, the detail important is our Z is linear, and X is squared and Y is squared. And when this situation happens, it's a paraboloid. Clear? Paraboloid. I don't know si es elíptica. I suppose que es elíptica. But okay, I don't know exactly. This is the first name. The last name is not clear. This is in the traces now. Okay, now, in this case, not necessary put in standard on the right hand side one. No, the only surface is not necessary. Because in precalculus, we study the equation of the parabola, and the equation of the parabola, I want to recall quickly, is x squared equal 4p y, or y squared equal 4px. Depends if the parabola is vertical or horizontal. Okay? In this case, not necessarily one in the right hand side. It's the standard, it's different standard in the paraboloid. Also now, the intersecting. So intersecting is x0, y0. When you are doing x0, y0, it's obvious que si es -4. And the point is the point 0, 0, -4. And by the way, guys, this is the vertex. I forgot to say along. I forgot something always. This paraboloid open. In what direction you believe que open? Open upward or open downward? And also, well, we have translation, no? We have translation, no? C equal -4, right? Okay, entonces, my common sense indicate me que this is look like that. 3D picture. Intuition. Ese paraboloide, pero paraboloide, I detecting one point que es -4 here. 0, -4. This is X, this is Y, this is Z. Open over, right? Makes sense, right? In that direction. How do you know? Because the number here is positive. Remember in the classical parabola, que es suppose x squared equal 4p y. If p is positive, my parabola open over. And if p is negative, the parabola open down. Exactly the same analysis we are doing here. Any coefficient is positive. However, we have a translation 4 units down because it's -4. That is the reason that the vertex, this point that we compute now, is the vertex of this paraboloid. Paraboloid, que I don't know si es circular or elliptical. It's the first name and last name, but it's not important now. Suppose now that we have x0 and y no, I did y, c0. Okay, entonces 0 is equal 0, okay, the equation is 4y squared minus 4, no? Oh, it's a quadratic equation. Solving this quadratic equation, let's do it quickly. This is 4 equal 4y squared divided by 4. Es obvio que y squared is equal 1, square root both sides. Y is equal plus or minus 1. Okay, I suppose que in this traced, I don't know exactly now, this point and this point are 1 positive and y and -1. This is the idea. So we discovered 2 points, no? The point R, let me copy here to make clear this idea, is the point 0, 1, and 0, -1, according to the solution for the equation. Okay. Now, the last intercept is y0, c0. In that case, see z is 0 and y is 0, doesn't my equation look like that? Oh, it's easy. It's quadratic equation again, but we solve them by square root property. No? Entonces, x squared equals 4, square root both sides, x is equal plus or minus 2. Wow. And you determine two new points, que es the point here, and the point here, que es negative 2 and positive. Now, actually, in three components, our point is 0, 0 no, 2, 0, 0, and negative 2, 0, 0. Entonces es obvio, at least for me, es obvio que the last name of this surface is paraboloid elliptical. Elliptical. Why? Because the trace here, this trace, is not circle. How do you know it's not circle? Because this distance is 1 and this distance is 2. Entonces ellipse, no circle. The circle is the same radius. To confirmation this idea, we're doing the traces. Why not? And the trace is z equals 0. Plugging in the equation. And z equals 0 is 0 is equal x squared plus 4y squared minus 4. Okay. And this look like, in my opinion, ellipse. Look. I move it forward to the other side. Now the ellipse, I know the formula and standard is right hand side 1. You divide by 4, you divide by 4, you divide by 4, because the equation is x squared over 4, y squared over nothing equal 1. Wow. Entonces, I detecting que A is 2 and B is 1. Okay, because in this case, the major axis of this ellipse is located in this is 3D view and this is 2D view. This is X, this is Y. Entonces now major is in 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and minor, 1. This is my ellipse. Okay, of course, 2 minus 2, 1 minus 1, que es exactly the ellipse que I highlight here in green color, no? Look, it's the same. Do you see? Everyone follow me? Everyone follow me or totally lost? Okay, now, come on, answer me, guys. Are you boring? Are you confused? I follow. Okay. Suppose x equals 0. When x equals 0, I come back to the original equation and you should replace x0. Entonces, my formula is z equals something. Equal. Okay, equal. 4 y squared minus 4. If you want to see, well, more clear, this is the parabola. O sea, in 2D view, in which you consider that this is the y-axis and this is the z-axis. This is a parabola. The coefficient for is positive, so the parabola open up, and we have a negative 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 here. The parabola look like that. And by the way, in this case, is 1 and negative 1. Exactly this intersecting. Look, it's a parabola. And in y0, well, entonces es z again equal x squared minus 4. Wow, it's easy. It's easier because this is the parabola. Look, y not x, sorry, x half x z This parabola is also -4 here, -4, and open up. But this point is different. This point is 2 and -2, no? 2 and -2. The paraboloid, guys, is a surface in which in one lateral view is parabola, in another lateral view is parabola, y en another lateral view is ellipse. That is the reason que the name is paraboloid elliptica. Clear? Or confusing? Okay, but I want to show you more. I want to show you the script of the algebra I created for you. Well, we lost time in this, pero no, it's important, it's important, it's important. It's important, it's important, it's important. Okay, let me try. Yeah, I promise. Okay, another figure that we save time. I send the link and you open. You open. Paraboloid, no? Paraboloid, paraboloid. Oh, your works is paraboloid. Let me try to find paraboloid. Elliptica paraboloid or paraboloid elliptica. Bam. Let me share the screen to this. Screen. Stop sharing. Switching to the algebra. Do you see? Wow. Do you see or not? Good. Do you see? Wow. Okay, this is our, the intersecting we found. In this case, 5 point. So remember, this is red. Red is the x-axis, green is the y-axis, and blue is the z-axis. Now, you see, for example, let me restore the paraboloid elliptica. And you see, for example, the plane is c equal 8. And 8 is not 0. Because here I create, suppose 1042. What is that? 1042. What is 1042? Okay, suppose 0. Suppose 0. I create a slider, guys. Let's suppose 0. Okay. C equal A is this curve. Bam. And now to see more clear, you delete the paraboloid, and you see. Look here. It's ellipse. Ellipse, the major axis is 2, and the minor axis is 1. Exactly, we predict. Okay. Okay. Do you follow me or not? Okay. Again, we come back to the paraboloid. Look. And the trace is c equal a constant, x is equal a constant. Bam. Green color, plane. And the curve intersecting is this. Let me delete the paraboloid. Ese parabola, look, parabola. Entonces en the algebra I create slider, guys, because I can change the trace. Not always 0. Sometimes it's impossible to miss 0. You create and you see different family. This is the traces, different traces. Trace is the intersecting curve in between the paraboloid, in this case, and the plane. So I move the plane. Look at I move the plane in 3D. I move the plane. Look, you see different family of parabola. And here, exactly the same. In the y-axis, yellow color. Wow, no good. This is the traced. This is the curve. Okay, it's also parabola. I can move here. Wow, I like that. Beautiful. Okay, entonces es the last time que I want to show you algebra because it's consuming time, no? Doing that. Pero it's okay. Let me close. Don't save. I keep the original version. I send to you the link. Let me try to share the screen to solving one couple more of the example, or three. My goal is solving 3. Among the guys, we start a new section. Get the last one. Okay. Wait a second. Share. Whiteboard. Hey, what happened? Whiteboard. Okay, share. There you go. Boom. Okay, erase everything. Let's move on to the one more example. Example 3. Example 3 is, it's complicated. Example 3. Example 3 is z squared minus 9x squared minus 4 y squared equals 0. What do you think happened here? What identification? Try to identification using the intuitive idea. Es important, intuition es súper importante en matemática. Ese paraboloide, es elipsoide, es hyperboloide 1-sheet, hyperboloide 2-sheet. Cone. How do you know, mister?
Right hand side 0.
Super. One more thing. This is the most important clue. However, X, Y, and Z is present in our equation, no cylinder. And 2 negative, 1 positive, 1, not exactly. It's maybe 2 positive and 1 negative, or 2 negative and 1 positive. Remember, it doesn't matter because you multiply by -1 this equation. It's no, professor, but when you explain different. Oh, when you have multiplication by -1, it's negative z squared plus 9x squared plus 4y squared equal 0. Now it's clear. 2 positive, 1 negative. Entonces ese con. Actually es doble con, ¿no? Es doble con. Do you understand this, right? Doble con. And doble con along what axis you believe que es the doble con.
Z.
Exactly. Z. Que es only the along the weir. See, in my equation you have 2 positive and 1 negative. The negative is along Z. Okay. Entonces my surface look like that. Fun. Doble con along. Okay, I suppose que this is the, I don't know, C, X, Y, and Z. So you expect, for example, find the intercept. The intercept, suppose que es X0, Y0. When you plug it in here, you discover que C is 0. And this is totally expecting because the origin 0,0,0 belong to this cone. Well, see, we have one number here. Entonces maybe the vertex of this ellipse is different. But in this case, now suppose que I am doing the traces. The traces x equals 0 or y equals 0 or whatever. No, y equals c equals 0, no good, because c equals 0. Look, let me show you. Suppose que I have no idea. I am lost. Suppose c equals 0. The c equals 0. The equation is minus 9x squared minus 4y squared equals 0. Entonces, well, I have no idea. 9x squared equal 4y squared. I have no idea. This is 1 square root both sides, but it's negative. Entonces, when this situation happens, it's weird. Entonces, es obvio que when you are doing the trace in the plane XY, look, this is the plane XY. The trace is just a point, that point. We have no idea, no idea. However, so you are doing, for example, the trace using arbitrary C, no zero, no always is zero. I show you in the slider. Suppose C equal 6. Okay, I select intentional, one nice number here to show you the idea. Actually, this is a plane like that. C equals 6. And this plane maybe generate one ellipse or circle, right? This is the plane, Z equals 6. This is the plane, C equals 0, que give me one stupid point. Entonces 6 no es different, es plugging in, es 36 minus 9x squared minus 4y squared equals to 0. Okay, so now this look like a conic section, exactly we are doing in conic algebra. You multiply by -1, you move 36 to the other side, 9x squared plus 4y squared equals 36, divided by 36, 36. Entonces x squared over 36 plus y squared over 9 equal 1. Wow, ellipse again. Ellipse again, A is 6 and B is 3. Entonces, the trace en 2 dimension, 2D, XY, pero no using C0, no, using C equals 6. I select 6, guys, but if you select another value, you get another ellipse. It's a family of the ellipse. But in this case, the ellipse is, you know, is 6. Oh, let me see, I make a mistake. Yeah. Show you angries. Sorry, I fix. I realize the mistake. This is 4. This is 4. This is 4. Right? Because 36 divided by 9 is 4, and 36 divided by 4 is 9. Good. Entonces, A is 3, and B is 2. Entonces, our ellipse now look like the major axis lie and the y-axis. Entonces, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2. This is our ellipses. 3, -3, 2, -2. This ellipse is exactly this ellipse que I highlight in red color. Look here, this ellipse. Of course, the ellipse is not the surface. The ellipse is only the curve. So let me delete that part. No good. The ellipse is this. Okay? Okay, no bad. Entonces now I apply another traces, for example, for y0. Y0, plugging in 0, y0, and the original equation. So we have c squared minus 9x squared equals 0. This is weird. This is weird. First, you try to do your best. This is c squared equal 9x squared. If you apply square root both sides, you have c is equal plus or minus 3x. And what is that? Well, this is a line. No ellipse, no parabola. No. It's two lines actually. This is the plane xz. Entonces it's a line passing through the origin. It's logical. And the slope is 3. Positive 3 or negative 3. I suppose it's this and this. And this is the lateral view in 2 dimensions of the cone. Suppose we are doing the plane y equal constant. Entonces basically it's that part and that part. right? Approximately, you know. And let's do it, for example, another traces at x equal, I put in the paper 1 to make it different, no? X0, no, X0 and X1 to illustrate one thing. X0 is c squared minus 9 minus 4 y squared equal 0. Okay, entonces this is no. Hello, what the hell? Is c squared minus 4 y squared equals 0. It's very similar. It's very similar. It's very similar. Look, it's c squared equal 4y squared, square root both sides. C is equal plus or minus 2y. It's a line. Also a line, but a different slope. This is the y z axis. In this case, the slope is 2. So it's not too fast. It's a little bit like that. Oh, no good. Passing through the origin, always. Okay? This line, for example, is c equal 2y. And this is c equal minus 2y. Makes sense, right? Minus. Slow negative, slow positive. Curiosity. In the paper, I create another trace to understand much better this. You are free to apply any trace, and you know how we can do easy in the algebra using the plane and intersecting. Suppose x equal 1. I plug in 1, x equal 1, and the original equation. Entonces, c squared minus 9 minus 4 y squared equals 0. Okay, now. I putting a standard. I suppose que it's a curve. I don't know what kind. Is c squared minus 4y squared equal 9 divided by 9 because I need right hand side 1, c squared over 9 minus y squared 4 over 9 equal 1. Entonces this is hyperbola because it's minus. When it's plus, it's elixir. It's a hyperbola. A is 3 because this is square root 9. In hyperbola, guys, A is always the positive term and B is the negative. Now, okay, entonces our hyperbola and B is 4 over 3, square root is 3 over 3. No, in the elixir, the major is A. In the hyperbola, no important what is the bigger. The important is what is the positive. And this is the transversal axis. This is what YZ plane. And our elixir, our hyperbola, look like that. Bone. Because the transversal axis, que is this axis, is coincident always or parallel to the axis que is positive in the equation. Okay, this is a quick review of the Conic section que I suppose que you remember. I know that the student forgot. But okay, you immediately, when I explain the first time, you recall quickly, no? Entonces ese con, because actually, you know the intersection between the cone and the plane, que es x equal 1 or 2 or 3, give me a family of the hyperbola. This is hyperbola. Which hyperbola? Okay. Well, a little bit confused, eh? Or no? No? Now we have time to do quickly one more example. Sorry, the time fly. We need at least 3 hours to cover everything. But the clue is I cannot explain everything. You need to using your common sense. Suppose this example. It is easy to understand. What should I do? Help me. Help me. I need help. Help me. Are you tired?
Divide by 36.
Divide by 36. Very well. Could you explain what is the reason? Can you divide by 36?
To get standard form.
Exactly. Good. Now we have that situation. Okay, super. If you want, no strictly mandatory, you put in alphabetic order. X squared over 4 minus y squared over 9 plus c squared over 4. And you see, wow, we have no missing any variable. X, y, and c is present. And everything is a square. Wow, no paraboloid. No, 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 no. And one is negative. What is the name? First name and last name of this surface. I need your participation.
Hyperboloid one sheet.
Exactly. Hyperboloid one sheet. Hyperboloid of the one sheet. Along
Y-axis.
Exactly. Very well. You get the idea. It's super easy. Y-axis because it's different. Okay, and the rest is blah blah blah. This is the intuition. Okay, in my opinion, is super important. Let's do in the intersecting. Intersecting is suppose x0, y0. Entonces my equation is reduced. But I make a mistake, no? Oh, let me see. Es 9 here. Carajo. Es 9. No, F4. F4, no? A ver, I make a mistake. In some part, I make a mistake. Oh, no, it's okay, it's okay. No mistake. Okay. Entonces now my equation is x0, y0 is c squared over 4 equal 1. Es obvio que es 2 points, ¿no? Es the point 0, 0,2 and 0,0, negative. Okay, super. Okay, I could be wrong. Let me see if I could be wrong. No, I could be right. And you see some mistake, eh? Oh no, I am doing well because on the paper I have different. C3. 9. No problem. Doing good. Okay, super. You are the best. Now suppose x0 and y z0. C0. Then we have a negative y squared over 9 equal 1, right? And when you try to solve this equation, it's obvious that we have no solution because y squared is equal negative 9, and when you apply square root, it's imaginary, and this is classical idea in algebra. When you try to find something that you suppose exists, and you get imaginary or complex numbers because do not exist, so do not exist, we have no. And the reason is because the intuitive idea was, look, in 3D, we have hyperboloid one sheet, no? A hyperboloid one sheet along the x-axis look like that. Something like that, right? And this surface never touch the wax. Remember, this is not solid. It's important that we are talking about surface. Surface is the peel, the surface area, the part totally outside. So never this surface touch the wax. That is the reason. This is the interpretation algebraically is. However, no touch, of course, touch the z and the x. Doing, I suppose, ellipse. I suppose it's ellipse or circle. I don't know. I suppose it's a circle because it's the same coefficients, 4 and 4, but I don't care that part now. Now x0, time is over. No. Y0, sorry. Y0, 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 C0. So the equation is just x squared over 4 equal 1. Look at this equation is exactly the same. This give me exactly identical, but it's x. Entonces 2, 0, 0. Oh, you put plus or minus here. And in order to put 2 points separately, you put plus or minus. Okay, entonces this is a circle. Wow, I discovered that when you're doing the traces, it's a circle. Do you understand or no? Okay, entonces stop. I don't finish this, but it's super easy. I would like to do one more, but I don't know if we have time. The time is always our enemy. Okay, always. Now, okay, guys, the most important for me now is, do you understand? Wouldn't be 3. Yeah. Do you understand exactly what is your assignment now? We have 4 homework. 1, 2, 3, 4. The homework is not mandatory, but okay. Do you believe maybe I am bad guy? I am good guy. The question of the test is very, very similar to the homework. Of course, different number, but it's the same objective. Si you will be able to do the homework successfully good, you have two things in your favor. Number 1, extra point, 10 point extra. Number 2, you see before the test. I declare always pre-test, que no mandatory. It's only for practice, But you have to work. Okay, you are in university. This is not kindergarten. This is not high school. No. See, you when the day is due, see, I see that you have 0. I put 0 and end the story, right? And we move on to the next chapter, right? Any problems, any situation that you have, you need to communicate with me, but not communicate after I put 0. Okay, I communicate in one moment. Okay, you consider before professor have problem. I have problem with the mamala, or I don't know exactly, right? Okay, guys, too much. Have a nice day. Because I have another class here.
Bye, Professor. Have a good weekend.
Okay, you too.